जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जुग जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग शिशि राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सतर सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सतर सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सतर सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिल सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing about Prahlad Maharaj because Nrisingha Chaturdashi is coming. Day after tomorrow, we heard now Prahlad Maharaj is teaching his schoolmates, demon boys, about what is the goal of life. You should not waste your time to try to get worldly happiness, because that will come automatically, like material distress. And you should start doing bhajan now, because later you will get attached to your wives, children and everything, then you will not be able to do any bhajan. So we heard, how can a person, remembering his private association with his affectionate wife and their pleasing conversations, give her up? Bound by affection to his children, attracted to the simple words, remembering his association with those children, remembering his sons, how can he give them up? How can he give up daughters who touch his heart, or brothers, sisters, dependent father and mother? Houses with furniture, means of livelihood passed down in the family, domestic animals and servants. Just as a silkworm builds a cocoon with no exit and thus perishes, the foolish person, acting out of lust with unsatisfied desires, giving importance to the happiness of the genital and tongue, builds a trap with no escape. How can this person, under great illusion, become detached? It's impossible. And totally another thing is what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote in Jaiva Dharma, that devotee, he will accept Dharma Patni, means wife, so that they can do Dharma, Vaishnav Dharma. And children will be servants of God, house belongs to God, everything. That is another type of household than this one. This one is when one is in Maya and he's thinking, I and mine. I'm this body and these are all my things and for my enjoyment. So this, he's working all the time for this, and ultimately it becomes a trap for him. He cannot escape anymore. Inattentive, he does not understand that his lifespan has dwindled away and his real goal has been destroyed in maintaining his family. Though always suffering in three miseries, because he enjoys with his family, he does not regret this. if in this consciousness, then opposite is another thing. When one is surrendered soul, then that is another thing. His vision is different and his actions also are different. But here he is explaining about I and mine, those who are in false ego. Today I got this question also. When Jiva misuses her relative independence, that time there is no false ego. It's pure Jiva. But when Jiva does not want to serve Krishna, then she gets false ego, worldly ego. I am this body. And then Asat, this is Surubram in Sanskrit. Misconception of self or mistake about self. Surubram. Then from this comes Asat Trishna, desire for non-eternal things, automatically. And Hridaurbhalya, weakness of heart. You are unable to do what is your duty. And also you are emotionally, you are always fearful. I will die. And so many other weaknesses of heart there. And aparat, offenses. All are coming from misconception of self. Yes, that is the root cause of anarthas. But why we got this? That is because we misused our relative independence. So unless this is corrected, then you cannot be free from others. Since he is constantly absorbed in money, and our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also told that Jiva has natural that tendency of attachment. So if you are not attached to Krishna, then you will surely be attached to Maya. Because somewhere you have to repose your attachment. So, and fully attached, 24 hours. But if someone gets sadhu sangha, then if he becomes inclined to serve Krishna, then he will start to reverse that. From Maya, he will try to bring attention to service of Krishna, and how much he is able to, that much he is released. Like if 30% to Krishna, then 70% to Maya. Then if he will increase this, then 80% to Krishna, 20% to Maya. Then ultimately when he will come 100% to Krishna, then there is no more Maya. So for that we need sadhu sangha and practice. And unless you are 100% surrendered to Krishna and engaged in his service, you cannot go back home, back to Godhead. You will have to take another birth to develop and perfect your bhajan. Since he is constantly absorbed in money, is attached to his family, and has unfulfilled desires, unable to control his senses, he steals, though he knows it is wrong to steal others' money, since there are consequences now and after death. Though he knows that after dying he will experience hell, and in this life get punishment from the king, he still steals money because uncontrolled senses. And he wants to enjoy and wants to do all these things, so he needs money. O demons, though he knows scripture, by maintaining his family he becomes incapable of understanding his own benefit. He thinks, I and this is my family, so have to maintain. So he's fully absorbed in this. So he does not remember, he's not aware that his duty is to serve Krishna. If you serve house and others in relation to Krishna, that is another thing. But here, this is another thing. Absorbed in the concept of self, I and others, he enters hell like a fool on bodily this platform, I and others. O demons, since no one at any time, in any place, being helpless, has been able to free himself from family life, this pet animal enjoyed by women who are chains causing rebirth in this world should completely reject the association of demons who are absorbed in material pleasure and surrender to Narayan, the Supreme Lord. Persons desiring liberation seek that Lord who gives liberation. So he should give up such association, not only outside, but this is our conception. This we have to give up. This I and mine, false ego. This is false ego. And that pushes us into this Maya direction, and you cannot come out. Only if you get sadhu sangha, like Prahlad said, and by his grace, if you take shelter of Supreme Lord, then you can come out from Maya. Here in commentary, since no one, even those knowing scripture, in any place or time, has been able to free himself from family life, one should surrender to Narayan. The human being is a pet animal for pleasure of woman, who are chains which produce birth. Instead of vihara, another version has viharam. The word then modifies atmanam. He cannot free himself, the object of enjoyment for woman. The Lord is the cause of freedom from material bondage. O sons of demons, it takes no great endeavor to please the Lord, since he is within all beings, and since pleasing him is accomplished by many simple means. Our Gurudev used to repeat this verse whenever any devotee was expressing some depression or some, some problems in his bhajan like this. Then Gurudev always used to say this verse. Nahi achyutam prinayato bahu ayasho suratmajaha atmatvat sarva bhutanam siddhatvat iha sarvataha. And also like demon boys, they said to Prahlad, you are saying we should worship Supreme Lord, but he is such a big person, unlimited. We are small demons. What we can do? How we can serve him? It is impossible. So in reply, Prahlad Maharaj said this verse. And here Bhishma Chakravarti Thakur is saying, it is not a great endeavor to please the Lord by service. It is not difficult to please Supreme Lord. One also pleases the family by service. One does not become fatigued in searching for him, since he resides in the heart, Krishna. There is no fatigue in trying to please him, because this is accomplished by all methods, sarvata siddhatvat, by mental service or by offering physical objects. Since the Lord is pleased just by the decision, I will please the Lord. If you have this intention, you pleased him. Or the Lord is pleased by just one of the devotional processes like hearing or chanting. Our Gurudev said, wait, let me see if, no, it is not mentioned here. Our Gurudev used to explain, in this world, it is very difficult for wife to please husband. for husband to please wife, to children to please parents, parents to please children, brother to please brother, or friend, like this. Very difficult, because there is some selfish interest involved, and jivas, conditioned jivas, can never be happy by any amount of this worldly pleasure. So it is very difficult, impossible. But it is not difficult to satisfy Supreme Lord, because He is nearest, He is inside our heart. No one is as near as He is. And He is dearest. Su Sarvutana Sarata Prinayato means He is dearest. And He is not lacking anything. He is not wanting anything, demanding. And He is already satisfied. So you cannot add anything to Him. But it will be for your benefit to serve Him. So He is easily satisfied with whatever little you do sincerely with that intention, I want to please Him. He will be satisfied. If you cannot do with physical articles to offer to Him, you can do mentally also. And there is an example in Bhaktirasamrita Sindhu. There was one Pratishtanpur Brahmin. This is city, Pratishtanpur. So he was very poor Brahmin, but he had devotion to Vishnu. So that day he was offering mentally, in his mind, he was thinking, he's cooking kheer for Narayan in mind. And he collected the best rice, best milk, best sugar, everything, ghee, other that lychee, cardamom, all that he gave and was cooking. And then he thought, it is little late. So when that was made, he offered, but then he thought, oh, it is very hot still. Maybe it is not good that I offer such hot. So he wanted to try with finger like this. You should not like this do or like this, because with a nail you should never touch any bhuga. So like this he did, and it was very hot. Then his finger burned, but he was doing mentally this, everything. There is no rice, no milk, nothing is there. In mind he was doing, but in mind he was putting finger inside, but his finger actually got burned to show that this is really working. And Narayan, he smiled in Vaikuntha. Then Lakshmi asked, Narayan, why you are laughing? He said, because one my devotee, one my Brahmin in that universe. There are innumerable universes, but Krishna knows everything for everyone. He knows who is sincere devotee and who is not. So he told to Lakshmi, today he was making kheer for me. And then he tried if it is too hot, and his finger got burned. So that is why I am smiling. Then Narayan immediately ordered Garuda, you come and bring that devotee to me, to Vaikuntha. By mental service. So it is not difficult to satisfy Krishna. Our Gurudev also told, only you say, oh Supreme Lord, be pleased. If you sincerely say and if you mean it, He will be pleased. Or you just call Him. You chant His name, He will be pleased. If you are sincere in that devotion. But there is no difficult like any procedure, because sometimes some devotees, they were saying this deity worship, this apparat, that I have to think so many things. They were like full of these things. Then Guru said, no, it is not difficult to satisfy Supreme Lord. Not difficult, because He is nearest and dearest. You just call Him with devotion. He will be pleased. the unchanging Lord, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan, different from Prakriti, is present in higher and lower beings from Brahma to the plants, in all gross objects, in the gross elements, in the gunas, in pradhan, and in its transformations such as Mahat Tattva. He is described as the pervader in the form of Paramatma and is known as the pervaded in the form of the universe, that is Virat Rupa, that is also his form. So pervader in the form of Paramatma and pervaded in the form of universe. Though he is beyond definition, he is realized by various types of worshippers. This Supreme Lord, though having a spiritual form of pure knowledge and bliss, is falsely seen as an entity without powers because of Maya, which creates material sense objects for the jiva. Hiranyakashipu also thought, what is this, some strange half man, half lion thing? I will fight him, I will kill him. This is some strange animal. Kamsa also was thinking, I will kill Krishna. Because if you see it by Maya eyes, then you cannot recognize. When Krishna is manifested in this world, then everyone can see him with material eyes. Or now also you can see his deity form, you can see with material eyes. Tulsi you can see with material eyes because they have manifested in this world. But only those who have devotion, they can recognize and can see their actual spiritual form. Can recognize he is God. Kamsa saw Krishna with his material eyes, but could not recognize who he is. Only when he was killed by Krishna, then he could understand who is Krishna. So it is nothing like special that you can see with material eyes. You can see, no problem. Deity is there. Deity is Krishna. But whether you can see his swarup, actual form, that is another thing. That only devotees can see. Like Prahlad, he could see. This is God. But when Krishna is unmanifest, then you cannot see with these material eyes. But those who have spiritual eyes, they can see. Like if you go to Navadip Dham or Vrindavan Dham in India, that is transcendental. Even now Krishna is doing his Lilas there, but unmanifest. Only those who are fortunate, pure devotees, they can see now that Lila there. Like our Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, he told to that disciple, you go to Keshigat at this time, and there Krishna will take bath, then you take that Charanamrita at that time. Then he will go to Niduvan, there you do this seva like this. They are seeing. In Navadip also you can see. Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, he told to his sevak, Bhaktinanda Swami Maharaj. Bhaktinanda Swami Maharaj, he felt some uncommon fragrance, like never experienced before, like out of this unearthly. That he felt. But then after some time, Srila Sridhar Maharaj asked, did you see? Then he said, no. What if I saw? You didn't see? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going now with his Sankirtan party. They were doing loud chanting. They were passing here. You didn't see? Then Bhaktivinoda said, no, I did not see. But I got some fragrance I felt. But Sridhar Maharaj could see. So that Lila is eternal. Sometimes unmanifest, sometimes manifest. When manifest, everyone can see, but not all will recognize. With the eyes of lust, you cannot recognize. So he has spiritual form, but because of Maya, we see like he's some impotent person, small boy. But if he's impotent, small, then how he can lift Govardhan? Yes, here Srila Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling at the end of commentary, thus when Maya is overcome by bhakti to the Lord becomes visible according to the degree of bhakti. Like when Ramanujacharya, that man was attached to his wife too much. Then Ramanuja, out of compassion, he told him, I will show you something more beautiful. Then he took him to Ranganath and he prayed to Ranganath, please show him your Swarup, transcendental form. And by that, he got darshan by Krishna's grace. Then he saw, oh, this is something different, beauty. Then attachment to this world is removed. Then Prahlad Maharaj is saying, this is also very important verse. Give up your demonic mentality and show mercy and affection to all beings, by which attitude the Lord will be pleased. Demons, they always want to harm others, give pain. But devotees, they always are compassionate to all jivas. They want to give them highest bliss. They want to give them service of Krishna. And they have mercy and affection for all living entities. They are not discriminating, oh, you are Israeli, you are American, you are Iranian, you are Russian, you are Ukrainian, you are Chinese, you are Indian. No, they are not seeing this. They are seeing soul belonging to Krishna. So they are having mercy and affection to all jivas, all beings, not only human beings, even to animals, plants, everyone. They have that mood. Then, if someone has such jiva daya to all, then with such attitude, Supreme Lord will be pleased. But demoniac mentality is this bodily discrimination, duality, and enmity, and worldly friendship. For some worldly interest, there is cooperation and friendship, allies, like for some worldly interest. And enmity with others who are putting obstacle to my worldly enjoyment. So always this mentality is there, and that is demoniac. So Prahlad Maharaj is requesting, oh demon boys, you please give up this demoniac Mayic perception, but you should have mercy and compassion to all living entities, seeing them as related to Supreme Lord, and by this attitude Supreme Lord will be pleased. Yes, here in the commentary, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, since the Lord can be realized by bhakti, bhakti should be made steady, without obstacles, by showing mercy and friendship to all beings. This is Sangasiddha Bhakti also. Aropsiddha Bhakti, Sangasiddha Bhakti, and Swarupsiddha Bhakti. So sometimes this friendship and mercy is called as Sangasiddha Bhakti because it is helpful. Otherwise it will be obstacle. But in another sense, if you see from deep vision, Jiva Dvaya, that is one kind of bhakti to bring jivas to Krishna. Sauhridam also means affection. Because all beings are the Shakti of the Lord. They are forms of the Lord, and my Lord also exists in his Swarup within all these beings. They are marginal potency of the Lord. So they are non-different from the Lord. And Krishna also says of small things, I am Jiva. And my Lord also exists in his Swarupa within all these beings. We are singing that song. Sakale samman korite shakati dekhonata jata jata. Tobe to gaibo harinama sukhe aparada hobe. You should give due respect to all because Supreme Lord is there within them. They are like abode or resting place for Krishna. So you should give value, you should give respect to all. Therefore, I should show affection to them. Prahlad thinks, if Bhakti Devi, by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas, accepts me, then the Lord will also be directly visible. By that compassion and affection, the Lord will be satisfied. So this is, we have to practice this. Trinada pisonichana, tarora pisahisnana, amanina manadena. This giving due respect to all, and also being compassionate to all living entities. That is part of pure devotion. Without this, your chanting will not be pure chanting. There will be some offenses there present. What cannot be attained if the unlimited original Lord is satisfied? Since we glorify and relish the lotus feet of the Lord, what is the need for dharma, artha and kama, which are achieved automatically by the transformations of the gunas? What is the need of liberation? So if Krishna is satisfied, what is that verse? Hari Tushti, Jagat Tushti, something like that. When Supreme Lord is satisfied, then everyone is satisfied, because he is the root. When Durvasa Rishi came to forest sent by Durjodhan to disturb Pandavas, Durjodhan knows that Draupadi has such a pot given by Sun God that when she will cook, then from that pot innumerable people they can eat, or animals also they can eat. When she will feed all, and when at last she will take prasad, then that will be finished that time. But before, it is unlimited. How much you distribute, that is there. So Duryodhan told to Durvasa, you go there with all your disciples, but after Draupadi will take prasad, that time you go. Then Durvasa came with 60,000 disciples, and they came there, and he's a rishi and sannyasi. Then Draupadi received them, and all Pandavas received, and he said, Durvasa, I'm very hungry. You give us something to eat. Then Draupadi was in awkward situation because already she took prasad and cleaned the pot. Nothing is there. Then Durvasa said, I'm going to take bath, then after I will come back, I want to eat with all my disciples. Then Draupadi took shelter of Supreme Lord Krishna. Krishna appeared. Then Krishna said, I'm very hungry, give me something to eat. Then Draupadi said, there is nothing. Then Krishna showed, no, there, you see, when you are cleaning pots, something you forgot there. So one particle of, some say rice, some say shak. Give me that, I'm very hungry. Then Krishna took that and he was satisfied. He said, Triptos, I am satisfied. When Krishna was satisfied, then all those Durvasa Rishi and his disciples there also, when they were taking bath, they also felt all satisfied. And they were even burping. like as if they ate so much, then they became ashamed. How we can go now there? We are satisfied, we are fed. How we can go there? If we go there and they will give us to eat, we will not be able to eat. Then it is not good. Then they did not go. So here Krishna showed, if Supreme Lord is satisfied, everyone is satisfied. By watering the root of tree, all is nourished. So what cannot be attained if unlimited original Lord is satisfied? And we are singing the glories of the lotus feet of the Lord. So what is the need of this dharma, artha, kama and moksha also? There is no need. That automatically by three gunas that is coming. And what is the need of moksha? Our need is service of Krishna. Moksha is like a hell for devotees. We think I will be liberated, no suffering, that is very good. But for devotees, mukti is like a hell. Because there is no service of Krishna there. So that is hell, total hell. I consider dharma, artha and kama, knowledge of atma, knowledge of karma, argumentation, justice, and various occupations to be part of the Vedas, recommended for some people. But I consider that surrender to the Supreme Lord, who is one's friend, is recommended in the Vedas for the saintly people. This is the ultimate point of the Vedas. Surrender to Supreme Lord. Others are gradual processes to bring you to this point. But Prahlad Maharaj is immediately giving this process because he is pure devotee. He can give. Yes, here in the commentary, demon boys are saying, if dharma, artha and kama are not the goals of human life, why have the two sons of Shukracharya, Sanda and Amarka, said these are prescribed in the Vedas? Knowledge of Atma, knowledge of karma, argumentation and administering justice, and the various occupations, all of this I consider to be stated in the Vedas. I do not criticize them since they are approved for suitable persons. What is beneficial for the saintly is surrender to the Supreme Lord, offering the self as the possession of the Lord. Then Sridhar Swami gives the following meaning. I consider that all of these goals are factually proclaimed in the Vedas concerned with the three gunas. And the Vedas beyond the gunas proclaim surrender to the Lord. Then from Gita also, O Arjuna, the Vedas deal with the three gunas, but be transcendental to the three gunas. Three gunas means that Varna, Ashram, Dharma. If you're in Tamoguna, you have to do this, Satya, Raja, and Sattvic Puranas, Rajasic Puranas, Tamasic for gradual upliftment. But ultimate point of Veda is to come above three gunas in surrender to Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is Nirguna, transcendental. Jiva is also Nirguna, transcendental. And relation is Nirguna, transcendental. So that surrender of Jiva to Supreme Lord is the ultimate point of Vedas, and Prahlad Maharaj is giving directly, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu was telling all the time, this is external, this is external, this is external, go further. Only when Raya Ramananda spoke about this pure surrender, then Mahaprabhu was satisfied. Yes, this is my teaching. So this is possible if you get association of surrendered devotee. Then he can awaken surrender to Supreme Lord in you. But we should not criticize other processes in a wrong way. Like if someone is holding in his hand gold, then he can say that is not that is useless silver, because he can give you gold. Like that, when one pure devotee has complete surrender to Krishna and he is authorized to give that, then he will say they're all rascals, they're cheaters, they're like, why? Because in comparison with what he has to give, he can say they're all rascals, cheaters, fools, all this. From this standpoint, because they have pure devotion and they can give pure devotion. So in order to attract us and convince us of this process or this gift, they say that is all cheating, because it is true that cannot give ultimate goal of life, but in another sense it has got some value for gradual development. Like karma also, we should not criticize. Vishnu Chakra also told, and Gyan. So karmis, they do those things, and Gyanis, they say I'm God, like in the sense of I'm transcendental, like Aurobindo. We are not following him because we are followers of pure devotees. But from some standpoint, one can say he's a rascal and cheater. From some standpoint, because he's not preaching pure devotion. But our Gurudev, sometimes he used to explain when he wanted to explain to us some point. When Aurobindo, he was fighting, I think on Indian side against British or something was there, in his biography it is there. Then he was put to prison, and very small cell he was there. And he was like very depressed because no one there, nothing, and only a very small cell, and he felt suffocation. But he saw some small ants, they were going. And then he was meditating on those ants. And by that meditation he could pierce and he could see there is spirit in that ant. Spirit. And then further he was meditating, because nothing to do there in prison house. So he was meditating. Then by that further meditation he saw that behind that there is universal spirit also there, like Brahman. He realized in prison house. And by that he was pacified. He was satisfied. How much you can be with that. So the point was that you cannot be satisfied with these material things, but you have to come to spiritual platform. So he came to spiritual platform, to Brahman realization. He came by meditation in prison house, meditating on ants. That is of course not the ultimate goal, what we are speaking about, service of Supreme Lord, but it is some step out of materialism. But if someone thinks I will be happy by enjoying these world things, that is foolishness. In comparison with that, this what Aurobindo realized, that is very high thing. That only spiritual, that consciousness, that can satisfy and can make us peaceful. But from the standpoint of pure devotion, that is not yet this what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and what will really fully satisfy you. So you have to be careful how you behave. And like also with other religions, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, religion is only one. And it is same in all living entities there, Vaishnava Dharma, all over the world. It may be given different name. We say Vaishnava Dharma, but somewhere else can be like different, but it is same Dharma. And according to purity, that has got value. According to that level of purity, but anywhere in the world. So you have, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told that in God directly appears in India because Varna Ashram Dharma is practiced there. But that does not mean that God is not appearing in other places in the world. In that verse of Gita, when Krishna says, I am coming again and again to this world. So there Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, he appeared there in like a Shakti form, like a son or as a prophet, means Jesus and Muhammad. He appeared to uphold those religious principles for which they are eligible in those places, to uphold that. He's coming. So that has got value, relative value. Even these Buddhists, they are trying to detach from sense enjoyment and attachment like this, because that is producing suffering. That is true, we agree with that. And so all these have value according to how much Vaishnava Dharma is manifested there, according to purity. But if you see from that pure devotion standpoint, and if someone is able to give that, then he can say everything else that is cheating and foolishness and rascal. Why? Because he wants you to take this pure devotion. But if I criticize in a wrong way, then I will be, if for my own self-aggrandizement, I am devotee, I am the best, I am for name and fame, I will say like this, then you cannot progress. So here Prahlad is saying, I am not criticizing those Vedas dealing with three gunas for gradual development from Tamoguna to Rajoguna to Sattva. But for saintly persons, those who have Sukriti and those who get Sadhu Sangha, for them, surrender to Supreme Lord is the process. Narayan, the well-wisher and friend of all living entities, formerly explained this pure knowledge, difficult to understand, to Narad. This knowledge can be understood by fully dedicated devotees with no material desire, who bathe their bodies in the dust from the Lord's lotus feet. Again he's telling, he told to Hiranyakashipu already. Narayan told to Narad, and those who take bath in the dust of the feet from pure devotees, they can understand this knowledge of full dedication to Supreme Lord. So once you get this, and you are aware of pure devotion, this is ultimate goal, then you should practice only pure devotion. Not other things, mix. Only pure devotion is to practice. But you should not unduly criticize other things for that. But you can explain. And those who are pure devotees, they can give pure devotion. They can use bold words also, but that is out of compassion, because they want to bring you to this path. Like if you are standing and you from one city you have to go to another city. Bicycle is good, better than walking, bicycle. And maybe that motorbike is better than bicycle, better than walking. But if someone comes with helicopter, then he can take you to helicopter, and he will tell that is useless. Bicycle, that motorbike, that is all useless, is bad. Cheating, foolishness, all bad. Why? Because he's giving you this process. But from another standpoint, That is not useless, fully useless. From this standpoint also, because he wants you to take this, and this will really be more helpful to you. So only in this case, pure devotee can speak in this way. That is all cheating. Prabhupada told not only is other processes like karma, jnana, yoga, all these things, they are cheating. Not only that, he did not say only this. He even said, those who are not preaching pure devotion, they are actually committing violence to all jivas. Who can understand this? Only one who is pure devotee can understand that this is true. If someone is not preaching pure devotion to Krishna, then he is actually harming jivas, depriving them of their real benefit. So you are doing violence to jivas. You are malicious, you are harming them, you are violent. Here in commentary, to give the boys faith, Prahlad explains the Guru Sampradaya. If Narad is the hearer, what now demon boys are saying, if Narad is the hearer, what hopes do low persons like us have to understand this? How we can understand? If Narad hearing. Then Prahlad Maharaj pacifies them. All those who bath in the dust of the Lord's lotus feet, who are dedicated devotees, can understand this. Not just the most exalted devotees. So by Guru Parampara, we can get that same knowledge. We have to take the dust from pure devotees, then we can understand this surrender to Supreme Lord. I received this pure knowledge, Bhakti Yoga, along with realization from Narad Muni, who always sees the Lord. This is the qualification of Guru. Tattvadarshi, he has the realization of Supreme Lord, he's seeing him. He can then give to others also, provided they are surrendered to him. So this knowledge and also a realization I got by Narad Goswami, by his blessing. Then the sons of the demon said, Prahlad, O Prahlad, we and you do not know any teacher other than Sanda and Tamarka, the sons of Shukracharya. They control us, children. Therefore, you cannot see Narad. Since you remain within the palace, it is very difficult for Narad to come to see you. Dear friend, if we are to believe you, please destroy our doubt. Prahlad said, I got it from Narad, this knowledge and realization. Then they say, how this is possible? We are having only these two teachers and you cannot go out. You are in palace and Narad cannot come to see you. Then how we can believe you? You remove our doubt. Now Prahlad will say how he got. And Prahlad also will say that same knowledge, what I got from Prahlad, I'm giving to you. That is Guru Parampara. We have to surrender to Guru. We have to practice, and by Guru's blessing, we have to get realization. Then we have to give to others also. So here this chapter ends. Only a few more minutes I will read. Sri Narad told to Yudhishthira, having thus been questioned by the sons of the demons, Prahlad, the great devotee among the demons, remembering what I had spoken to him, and smiling, spoke that to the boys. So Narad is saying, because Narad is speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Narad is saying, Prahlad was remembering what I spoke to him. And he spoke to the boys. And Guru also will be pleased to see if his disciples, they are giving this same knowledge to others. Gurudev, many times he told me, you have to tell to others also. You understand yourself, that article, but you have to tell to others also. And Guru will be pleased with that. Or also once one devotee asked Gurudev that when I was in India, I could do like direct service to you by washing utensils, by doing so many seva, cleaning your room, so many things. But now here in West, I am feeling like void. I cannot do any seva. Everything is useless. Then Gurudev told, how I can do so? Then Gurudev told, if you do bhajan, means worship of Supreme Lord, means following the instructions of Guru, that will be Guru Seva. And also you should bring other jivas to Krishna. That is also Guru Seva. Guru will be pleased by that. If you do bhajan, and also if you preach, if you try to bring other jivas, then that Guru will be pleased. Why? Because Guru appeared in this world on the order of Krishna only to rescue us fallen souls and bring us to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is his service of Krishna. So if Guru sees that you are yourself taking this process seriously and are going towards Krishna, and you are also helping others to go to Krishna, then how much Guru will be satisfied? That is Guru Seva. So Narad is satisfied that my disciple Prahlad, he is teaching to demon boys. So okay, then tomorrow I will start this story how Prahlad met Narad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय श्री नारद गोस्वामी की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल। Is not stopping. Oh.